that.
What about the laptop just roll over on something?
Yeah, I did. I'm doing it remotely.
He's got the app.
That was a humble brag if I've ever seen one. Oh, Craig, we gotta go. Supposedly, I wish you were ready. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Do the roll call.
Mayor Flower.
Here.
Alderman Dykeman.
Here.
Murray. Here. Kilpatrick.
Here.
Grizzy.
Here.
Sir.
Here.
Alderman Howell is absent.
All right, do we have any questions, additions, or anything we need on the minutes from last week's meeting, last meeting?
I'll have a change in the minutes for line item number 9. So I was, in defense of our city clerk, I was communicating electronically, so I think that it got so broken up. So on line item number 9 was referring to the property next to Kirkwood, or next to Kircher Park, along the MoDOT right-of-way. My intent in the comment was to let you know that a complaint had been made against the condition of the property where some soils and debris were dumped without permits. The owners of the property have been instructed to clean it up, but there was an issue as far as getting equipment back in there because MoDOT would not give us the right-of-way to get back in there and clean it up. So therefore, our Public Works Director, John Boggs, has worked it out that we can actually access it through Kircher Park without damaging the park. So we have a remedy to be able to get in there. I don't know if the property owners have responded yet. The property still has not been cleaned up. So no, it is not beautiful, it is not correct, and we're still waiting for that to be remediated.
So item number 9 has to be fixed.
Item number 9 needs to be changed to that effect in an abbreviated form.
Can you do that without a whole lot more time, or do you have a definition on it?
Yeah, we'll just have the word not. No, we'll clean it up.
It's not beautiful.
Yeah, it's not, I'm actually okay.
I think, how about, all right, so if we were to, now that's all live stream, so we can combine the.
I'll take full
history
responsibility due to
With
the
the, so is everybody adding the word not where it's appropriate, whatever, in favor of approving the minutes as amended?
Yes.
Or-
Yes, I'll make that motion.
All right.
I'll second it.
All right. Motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? All right. Sorry, now exactly the order. Guest period, with anybody that has not signed up on the speaker card that wants to talk to the city for any reason. So you're not on the agenda, or you're not. Okay. All right, guest period's closed. Bank of Sullivan, they have a proposed, so this would be us just approving the use for the, as you guys saw in the packet on the old Verizon property, is a use, basically just saying, do you want to allow that use in the PC zone? So.
I'll make a motion to allow
Second.
Who is that?
Sullivan.
it. So,
Bank of Sullivan. All right, we have a motion and a second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? All right. That's approved. All right, now we're going on to the P and Z recommendations. The second one didn't require any action, I'm just throwing that out, so we're not gonna have anything on that. But then on 5A, we had the recommended approval from Vince Field on the, basically it's on the dispensary. That would be in the location it used to be. The last time it was open, I think it was Kilburn, but prior to that, it was Rich and Charlie's, I think, was in there, so. You guys want to do, I know you guys did a longer presentation, but if I want to talk to my group, just maybe a quick summary, and then if you got any questions in here. All you have to do is just introduce yourself, say your name, where you're from, and then we can, fire through your 2 minutes.
Yeah.
David, the last question.
Absolutely. My name is Mitchell Zabadak. I work with Vince Field at the Justice Cannabis Company. Vince couldn't make it today, so I'm here. I was here the last time we did a presentation in front of the Planning and Zoning Commission as well. So I'm available to answer any and all questions. Really, it's what we're here today for is to ask for a special land use permit for that site there on Hazelwood to construct a 170,000 square foot cultivation. No, sorry.
Well, that would be a problem.
No. You know what? It's been a long day and I've got got a lot going on, and I apologize. I am, we are here. Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna wait and see.
Yes, thank you, John. That's tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going in front of Hazelwood for an appraisal for.
Good luck with that.
Thank you very much. How embarrassing, so I'm sorry
Don't
about
worry about
That's
that.
okay.
Getting my evenings confused because these are all running together for me, so.
I think the biggest thing is we have the info in the packet as far
Yes.
as like, it looks like everything meets all the legal requirements, everything's there. I just think the one thing I was just interested in is a little bit about the organization, who it is, and then,
Yes.
you know, and I guess some of the other details, like how long do you guys think it'd be, just kind of some more of the business as opposed to the legal aspect of it. So so the public can kind of understand what's gonna happen and when.
No problem. And again, I apologize. I read in the space from that. So we are Justice Cannabis Company. We were formed in 2014, originally as Justice Grown. Now we've changed the name to Justice Cannabis Company. It was formed by two civil rights attorneys, John Lovey and Mike Canavitz. That's where they get the justice from in their name. These guys are a couple of the largest civil rights attorneys in the country. They're, defending civil rights cases of unlawful imprisonment or, if there's any sort of, well, I hate to say it, but they're there if the police beat somebody up, they're there to sue the municipality in order to get on behalf of the state. So
I'm gonna have some suggestions for you in the presentation.
next time, don't leave with that.
So we don't need to leave with the other project or the fact that you're gonna sue the city.
it.
No, these guys aren't.
But no, on the, so
Unless
attorneys and what.
I'm sure these guys are good and aren't beating any bail around here. So.
So but now what, so the cannabis business itself, what do you guys, how big is it?
So we are in 8 different states. We're in California, Missouri, Illinois, Michigan, New Jersey, Massachusetts, and Pennsylvania. I think if I didn't miss any there.
So you guys have a cultivation facility in Hazelwood you're trying to do? And then
In Hazelwood, we will have cultivation. We're trying to get vertically integrated here in the state of Missouri. So in Hazelwood, we will have what's called a manufacturing processing license, which allows us to take the cannabis that is grown and make it into, the edibles and the concentrates and all of the other forms that it gets ingested in. And then we have retail facilities that we're trying to develop in order to sell the products that we're growing. So we have done this successfully in other states. Here, we're just looking for a permit to do it at the shopping center at 108, just to have a retail establishment there at 108 Hilltop.
What time do you guys get your deliveries?
So deliveries are usually done in, right before we open or right after we're closed. We don't usually try to do deliveries scheduled when we're open for business. The deliveries really isn't, the products that we sell are mostly compact and airtight and sealed. So the deliveries come in a Sprinter van type of a situation. And there might be a few boxes at a time, but it's not huge loads, except for, maybe when we first open up, but we'll need to, establish an inventory. But after that, the deliveries are maybe about twice a week, and usually a Sprinter van, always a Sprinter van can handle it.
In your application, you indicate that your hours are 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays and Sundays. Are you comfortable with those hours being included in your special use permit? Because we set hours of operation in the special use permit.
Yeah, to be frank with you, we put really broad hours. It's more than likely that once we get that would be the most we would be open. So if you can give us approval for those business hours, it might come to pass that for whatever reason that you find that, people aren't getting there until 10 a.m. or whatever on certain days, that we would crimp our hours, but those would be the hours that we would like approved, yes.
I have one other question, which you don't have to answer, but we've had over the last couple of years, we've had several people that come in, and since it's a new business in Missouri, and it's kind of a new thing, but we're a sales tax based city, so we keep our own sales tax. And is there any from your experience with the business, is there any range of gross sales that you
you guys, I mean, again, I don't want to give away your trade secret, but some type of range where you say these type of facilities have in a year, you know, a good one's been this, or a bad one's been this, or what kind of impact is it to the city fiscally?
That's a good question. We do not have any open dispensaries in the state of Missouri, so I can't give you an accurate prediction for this state. I can give you a prediction based on what we've seen in other states that are medical use, like Pennsylvania. And in there, we're seeing a good medical dispensary will top line about 500,000 per month. In a situation like we are in Pennsylvania, we have, our expenses are, including cost of goods sold, are about 80%. So, but still a decent clip of revenue for a 1,900, 2,000 square foot space.
Yeah, that's why I'm just curious.
Yeah.
That's all sales tax eligible items, I
Yes.
assume it's like retail.
Every single one. Yeah, we will probably blow through any sales tax per square foot that any other possible use that you can put there.
That'd be pretty high.
Yeah.
Not double.
Oh, I get those all the time.
Sorry. I'm still trying to get over your, the other guy's name sounds so much like cannabis.
Yeah.
Yeah, who's
Cannabis. or
One
whatever.
of the civil, one of the.
Oh, Mike Cannabis, yeah.
It's never, I'll leave it.
I don't even, yeah.
I'm done with the witness. Anybody got any questions?
I have a question. You said that Vince Field could not be here tonight.
Correct.
What is Vince Field's role? Is he?
So Vince is the VP of Business Development, so Vince is kind of the first guy that would drop in when we hear that, a state has been voted that they're going, or we hear a rumor that the state is about to approve a change in law to allow either medical or recreational use. So Vince will go around, kind of bird dog what towns are good for it, maybe, try to get us set up. I'm the vice president of real estate, so once things really, despite my earlier shortcomings, I'm actually the guy they send in to close the deal. So, and work with the real estate. So I'm just really tired and it's been a long day. So.
On the state of Missouri,
Well, if you have to deal with Bradley a lot, though, he's tough over there, so I understand.
He is. This landlord is. We'll work it out.
on the state of Missouri's facility license application, who filled out that application and signed that application?
Vince did. So that's what, Vince is kind of the license guy. He goes first, and then I'm the real estate guy.
And do you know the date that that application was filled out with the state of Missouri?
I do not know. I could find out if that's, germane.
I do have some questions just based on the application.
Please.
So line item number 1 refers to submitting evidence regarding the character and truthfulness of a principal officer or manager who's filling out the form. Line item number 11 asked about any principal officer or manager ever having, being a principal officer or manager of any business entity when such entity had a license or registration to practice any profession or occupation, disciplined or revoked or denied by any state or federal application. If that application was filled out today, do you know what the answer is of either one of those questions?
Yeah, the answers would be different.
The answers would be different?
Yes.
Would that have affected the scoring process with the state of Missouri? Do you think that would have negatively impacted your application if it was answered today?
Well, no, actually, here's the reality is, we lost a couple of licenses. It happened last week. We didn't lose this one. We didn't lose the manufacturing license in Hazelwood. It's a kind of a numbers game in our world, and so it's not that having lost one doesn't mean we leave the state of Missouri in disgrace, but
would Mr. Field be managing or having day-to-day interactions with this facility in Eureka? Would he
none
have
whatsoever. In fact,
limited access, restricted access, no access?
to be quite frank with you, we've taken him off Missouri entirely.
Thank you, that's all I have.
What else, guy, I think?
I do have one other question regarding safety. Are we able to discuss the safety plan at all in open session?
No.
Not at all?
No.
If that's the case, I can state, I guess, legally, that I did see some ambiguity in statements regarding the safety plan, and so
If you would like
therefore,
to discuss the safety plan, you can ask the board to authorize to go into close to discuss it with the applicant.
then I would like to go into closed session to discuss
Are
the
you okay
safety
with that?
plan with the applicant.
Yeah, no problem.
Well, does y'all let Jimmy come back out?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I have nothing to hide if you wanted to do it in an open forum.
Mr. Bradley?
Doesn't,
Stay. You're the owner and property.
You're part of the petition. Now, we
We're
just.
not going into close now, are we?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Just for a short time.
We need to-
We should need motion.
Paul, he's gonna-
Yeah.
I don't know how to do this.
Well, that's why
Kevin,
it's
motion, I
classic.
second.
That's why it's classic.
Good,
It's
so-
the one time you didn't.
We
do
don't
it.
have a-
Oh,
Sorry.
I heard a good question.
You got it, okay, we got a
No,
motion
I'm
to
waiting for you guys
second.
to vote.
She's waiting for us to vote to go
Yeah.
to close.
We got a motion to second to go into close to discuss the security plan with the applicant.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?